Okay, you can put it right back up. I don't know what the hell. It was started recording. I gotta disable these damn what do you
I
call
don't
it?
know. I
Yeah,
haven't done this shit.
yeah. I gotta disable these damn what you call hotkeys. Where you can just one button to record some fancy OBS shit, man. No, I need to keep it simple. My blonde black ass. I mean,
You're black?
I'm black and you are white. Uh, let me okay, let me go back to the page here. All right, I don't know what the hell.
Well, this shit only happens when you got people with 3 subscribers on their YouTube channel. This shit didn't happen when you have Rand on there.
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
He said these black dudes and happened up there. It was like the fuck. Was fucking that shit crazy. I don't know, but you got these black dudes.
These black dudes. Who said that?
Solid.
Is that from a movie?
No, the guy had a meltdown on Twitter. Solid Rev.
Who's that?
You don't know Solid Rev? He's been around the community forever. And we're
What
talking
he say?
about these black dudes about I ain't seen the video I did on that shit. I seen the link, but he had a meltdown on Twitter about people
He had a
complaining.
crap. He had a crap moment with the white
Yeah, he
people.
had a real loud crack one. Yeah, he had a real loud crack moment, bro.
Oh Jesus
Real
Christ!
loud one. These black dudes, he had a real loud crack moment. Real loud. You remember that shit? Yeah, he had one of those
Is he
moments.
get? Is he getting roasted for it?
He did. He took a hiatus and came back. He back now though. He
Oh,
back now. Let me. All right. Real loud. You remember that shit? Yeah. All right. Okay. So
does
yeah.
he
Also,
get?
okay.
Does
As
he
you
get
guys come
roasted
in,
for it?
do me a favor. This is much, but I can mute and everything is flowing. Um,
Are you streaming live now?
yeah, I'm streaming live now. I'm streaming live now as we speak. We're doing it live.
When did you start streaming? Just now or
Just
before?
now. Just now. We
Okay.
good. We good. We good. We good. And listen, guys, as you come in, just be so kind again. To hit the like button. And yeah, I'm gonna put the link there and here, so they can just come in right
I don't
in.
know where we left off, so you gotta
We were talking. Well, we basically was saying, how did we get here? You know what I mean? How did we?
content creation. They didn't
Yeah,
create content.
yeah. You know. Well, here's the thing, right? And shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, listen. This is like part one, part two. As you guys come in, please do me a favor. They trying to put your boy in YouTube purgatory. Hit the like button. We got some juicy things that we're gonna talk about. As you come in, just come right on in. Hit the like button. We're gonna make it happen. Uh, so
Grannies.
so like I said, what I asked you the question, right? How did we get here, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like I said, forget how you say people step out of your character or whatever you may play, right? You die because I'm asking, maybe I might be the only true Xbox fan, right? Because this, man, I'm looking back and saying these last 2.5 years have been horrible. And listen, I even went on the limb, right? I remember I said this, right? A few months, about a year ago, and I said, and I asked the question, Warrior. I said, what would you like to see 343 make outside of Halo? What would you like to
Right.
see the coalition make outside of Gears? You know what I mean?
And everybody said nothing, right?
Yeah, no, not only that, they threatened to render my black ass unconscious.
You're
But
black?
yeah, yeah, I am black and you are
Oh, I can't
white.
do this podcast anymore. I'm sorry.
Hey yo, but and again, so I'm sitting back. I said, as a gamer, right? Because everything is about gamers. You claim to be a gamer. How could you ever
Right. Because it's
complain
not
about
about
having
gaming.
more games, right? Because I was even trying at the time trying to be what you call politically correct, and like I said, you know what? If you look at Naughty Dog, right, who
Yeah, they
has
took people from that to make Last of Us.
yeah, but yeah, they took 10 people from the Uncharted 3 game.
Right.
I started them on The Last of Us, and we all can agree that The Last of Us is a
But they
bigger.
only did that. They only did that because they're only interested in making money with that exclusive. That's it.
Yeah.
Not because the people that work for them want to create great art. Now, see, that's the side that these fanboys leave out. They
Mhm.
leave out that side. It's all about just making money. Exclusives don't matter. It
Mhm.
only matters to the console. No, it matters to the artists. It matters to the industry. Of course, it makes money, but there's another side to that too. Look, I was saying, if Microsoft wants to have the best table to sit at, you can't just say we're not going to sit at the table with you. You got to create something. I don't think that what they've done lately has been very good, personally.
Okay, all right.
I don't
Now,
know if you like Sea of Thieves or if you like
no,
State of
but
Decay
okay. Well,
2.
how about this, right? And what I say about being fair or being
Christ,
honest.
they can't even get Crackdown out the door.
Okay. What I mean by and what we gotta be honest. I'm from the mindset, Worry. If you want things to get better, you have to be honest, right?
Sure. The best fans are the most critical fans. The worst
Okay, and again,
fans are the
I'm looked
ones
at
who
it.
are not critical at all.
I'm looked at as being a social provider. They kicked my black ass out of the Xbox community, which is cool, right? I just say, you know what I mean? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what I mean? I've also always said this. I never really cared about who made a game. I don't care if Phil, whoever doesn't speak to me. That stuff is not a big deal with me. I'm
I
not
understand.
knocking those that do, nor am I taking a shot at anybody. That just never has been my thing. But me,
I'm
because
not. I don't buy consumer electronic products because I'm friends with the people who work at the company.
well,
I buy them because they give me what I want.
here's the thing. Well, this is what happens, and again, I'm not taking a shot at anybody, right? I'm not being messy. Uh, um, I'm a realist. I know that whoever's not my friend, I'm just a dollar sign to them at the end of the day, and I
Everyone,
respect.
even if they were your friend, you're still a consumer.
Oh,
They
that's what I'm
still
talking about.
want your money.
Yeah, yes, sir. I don't get any of these things. I go out and buy all this stuff. I'm not boogie whoever, right? I go out and I buy all of mine. Yes, and I've never been sent anything from Microsoft. How you say, well, it's not so much me damage control over the years, Worry. I believed in the product. I believed in this brand. The guy, the reason why, not the reason why, 99.9% of I bleed green will be the behemoth you are. You got Xbox execs wearing my t-shirt with my slogan on it. Be the behemoth you are, bleed green. Because again, I believed in this thing. So
Right,
if you got a guy here who's owned the console since 2001, been
right,
on Xbox
right.
Live since 2002,
Same. I'm the same boat. I'm in the same
was
boat.
a beta tester.
Beta
How
tester. I
did
did
we
that.
get here? And when you got and again, I'm not someone, and this is my thing, right? Maybe I gave myself more credit than I should have. When you got someone like me, who you got those guys that claim to be neutral, and all they do is just slam on one console. You know what I mean? Now, you know that it's coming from a warranted spot, right? And look where I'm going with this, right? I understand that we had games like Quantum Break or even Sunset Overdrive or
Which
whatever.
they didn't create.
Yeah,
Right,
well, it's cool, but we're not guaranteed to get a sequel for those games, right?
right, right.
The fact that again you chose to give us Voodoo Vince or Disney Rush or whatever the fuck, Phantom Dust with the original assets, but turned your nose back on saying no to Quantum Break 2. You
See,
know,
here's a big issue. Somewhere along the way, when these community things sprung up around consoles, people forgot that you don't work for Microsoft. Microsoft works for you.
yes,
So if they're not giving you things, instead of damage controlling it or pretending, and a lot of these people are pretending that Spider-Man doesn't look good, that The Last of Us 2 is just another third-person action game, that Ghost of Toshima isn't going to be good, that Uncharted wasn't good, that Horizon wasn't good, isn't going to sell on the PlayStation 5. They're just working for Microsoft instead of forcing Microsoft to work for them. And it's the same way with PlayStation. There's a lot of people who came out of the woodwork and defended a lot of shitty games on the PlayStation. But the problem, the good thing about Sony is they keep their mouth shut and they create content in the
okay,
industry and they
mm,
gear that content towards their consumers.
okay. Here's a question for you, right? Check it
You're
out.
telling me you wouldn't want a game like Horizon on the Xbox exclusive?
Yeah,
Everybody's going crazy for Fable, right? What do you think Fable's going to be? A third person, over the shoulder, action adventure game, role playing game. Wouldn't
okay.
that be a great game to have on a console?
What about this, Worry? Look at this, right? You said something real privileged. You said keep their mouth and be quiet, right? Here you have Microsoft, right? Who does a lot of talking on Twitter, Xbox Live parties, this, that, and the other, right? You would think, and they talk to their fans, whoever, right? You would think they know what their consumer wants. Here you have another company, which is Sony, don't really
No,
say shit. They don't say
they're not.
shit.
Yeah,
And but
I don't think Microsoft is talking to the right fans. I really don't. I think they're
that's why.
talking
Oh,
to the.
this is what I'm going. Check out what I'm going with. Exactly, right? Because again, and not to be messy, and I always get the thing that Phil thinks doesn't like him. I don't know. You're okay with me, Phil. I just have to be honest, right? When they ask, how you say mature games, they start the whole thing. When I say, just looking about, again, you look at what we've gotten in the last 2 years. Just talking about art style alone, right? Now, Voodoo Vince, Recore, Disney Rush, the goddamn game, Lucky Tales, the Sea of Thieves, or even against State of Decay, right? The games that we can ask, like, is this the theme as far as mature games, right?
Right.
And when I asked Phil that question, he answered me live when I was doing Xbox Beast Fire, right? And you had to read some of them goddamn answers that were left. No, Phil, you're doing a great job. It's thanks to you. I got to play Lucky Toes with my nephew, and he has a club foot. Yo, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this, bro? You know what I mean? I'm sitting back and I'm scratching my head like, yo, not like this, man. Yo, that to me, that is fucking disgusting. Like, yo, what are we doing here, man? Like, or you know what I mean? Like they say this shit. He said is definitely kind of spooky, right?
Look, we're well past the point now where you can say that the reason why PlayStation is doing so well is because of a botched launch of Xbox. We're well past that point now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's about creating content. Okay, third party is always going to be there. You make a bot, even like I said, PlayStation still has the more powerful console. Most people are buying the Slim and the S. They're not buying the mid-gen upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy the mid-gen upgrades, the Scorpio is way more powerful than the Pro.
Yeah.
But most people are still buying the Slim and the S. And guess what? The PlayStation 4 is still the more powerful console, still has the best looking third party if you buy the Slim versus the S, and still has content on the Slim that makes content on the Scorpio look like last gen. You look at God of War on the Slim. You look at Uncharted 4 on the Slim. You look at Horizon on the Slim. Ghost of Tsushima on the Slim is going to look better than anything Microsoft is creating, not only for the S, but for their top of the line system. That's a problem. Okay. And if you're not going to say that to whoever you're talking to in a party chat that happens to work for Microsoft, if you're going to tell them, oh, it's so great that I could talk to 14 people in a party chat, or it's so great that I can, whatever feature it is that has nothing to do with games, if that's what you're going to constantly tell them as feedback, then of course they're just going to gravitate to it. Everybody wants to hear what they want to hear, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a group of friends, you want them to tell you how great you are. You're going to hang out with them all the time. You're never going to listen to the people that are telling you what's wrong with you. Never. But those are the people that you should be listening to. Okay. I think that's the problem. Mm-hmm. Twitter is not the gaming world. It's not even close to being 1% of it.
Okay. So, all right. Okay. Well, and again, not going to be messy. I don't try not to be messy when I got company on my channel, right? But that's why I say it comes to a point when you have to be honest, and again, it's a business, right? And I remember now, and again, I remember Phil got this. When he got the promotion of vice president of head gaming, right? Right. And I'm like, I wasn't. Everybody's out there fucking shouting in the streets. Oh yeah, Phil's this, that, and the other. So I'm asking people.
Well, I was excited too. I mean, he was a guy who was into gaming.
No, I'm talking about right now. He just got another promotion within the last few months. Now he's the head of like all of gaming, Windows, whatever, like vice president, right? Before he was just the boss. Before he was just the boss of Xbox. Now he's all of gaming.
Right.
And I'm looking like anyway, like what has Phil done? Honestly, that make you sing his praise. What has he given us?
I don't listen. I've been on Xbox longer than almost anybody. I've been there. I still play on it. I'm close to 100,000 achievements, all that shit. And I honestly do not like anything that they're doing. There's nothing that I like beyond the same 3 games. Which, by the way, E3 2018. If you strip out all the filler, what did you get?
Gears, Forza, and Halo. Yeah.
It's 2018. This is your 3rd console. I can be just as big a fan as the person who's got 1 million followers on a social media platform. And I'm telling you, the person with the 1 million followers is wrong. They need to do something in the industry. They need to create content. They need to have exclusive titles. Yes, because they want to make money, but also because they love the industry that they're in. Mm-hmm. And they want to create great content. And I don't think they're doing that. I don't think Sea of Thieves is great at all.
No.
I don't think State of Decay 2 is great at all. Now, if you love the Xbox and those 2 games are the reason for you to own an Xbox, you think that's the best ever, that's fine. But when you look at it outside of that bubble that you're in the console industry, they're getting stomped.
Yeah. Well, again, so.
And they can create great content. They've got enough money to do it.
Okay, well, and that's why like I said, it comes to a point where again we have to be honest. I'm coming for a thing. I'm used to these big over-the-top games. Whether you
because you're a console gamer.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a true Xbox guy. I remember, you know, what I mean, and again, to me, this generation, Microsoft has been, how you say, a day late and a dollar too short. I give you an example, right? The biggest game in the world right now is what, Fortnite, right?
Right.
You
I believe
came
that.
out, PUBG, you know, whatever issues it had, could have been 60 frames on X, whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
Again,
see, that's a great example, though. That's a great example. Microsoft's always, a jack of all trade and a master of none.
yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and
Right?
again,
A day late and a dollar short.
yeah. So you see
PUBG
right
was
now, you
huge.
which
It
is
was
and for that
huge.
time, and they didn't take advantage of that for whatever reason with the performance. I get it, but you see the industry shifting towards Fortnite.
Right.
Why they don't have a Fortnite bundle? Cut the goddamn deal with Epic or whoever it is, and put out a Fortnite theme console.
Because I just don't think they're interested in just being in a console space. They're interested in this grand vision where somehow Google and Apple tremble and they have this grand ecosystem that everybody. I mean, just like the Play Anywhere metric. Remember when they came out and they said
Yes,
we looked at the Play Anywhere metric and it
yes.
really doesn't mean anything. People don't go back and forth, right?
Mm.
They buy a game on the Xbox, they go to the PC and check it out, and then they go right back to their Xbox or they stay on their PC. Okay, so if you know that, then why are you still pushing it? Why is that such a is that a selling feature for you? That there are 4 games that you can play anywhere? Because there's not that many.
No, I
I
know.
mean the Windows Store is still abysmal.
Okay.
I don't know. Just focus
I
on
Hey Ward, I take it one step further. I to the original Godfather, what's his name? Shameless Black. He did actually. Ward, you gave me the damn interview.
yes. I talked
What?
to him,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's not very happy either.
No, but I haven't spoken to him in a while. But yeah, but you gave me the interview that he did from back then
Right.
when Microsoft, when Bill Gates and them had this thing. Hey, their grand idea was to have a window device in all the front rooms, this, that, and the other. Here, Sony's getting because this was big. Realize this was back then when Sony was like the Apple and the Google back then, right? Sony's in the game. So well, how Microsoft how we can combat Sony? We're gonna get this Windows device in every home, right?
Right.
It gives hints to the birth of the Xbox. Well, check this out, right? Give the birth of the Xbox, and so Phil, I'm sorry, not Phil, I'm sorry, Bill's like, hey, you know, because back then Microsoft they have games like Zoo Tycoon, Roller Tycoon, you know what I mean, and they try to combine the two,
Right.
PC gaming and console gaming, and my man with his grand wisdom back then is that we're just two different consumers.
Exactly. Exactly. If you watch that interview, Seamus Blackley said
We're
when he heard
two
about the
different
PlayStation 2,
consumers.
he said Sony was talking about it was called the Emotion Engine in the PlayStation
Yes,
2.
with all the
And they
ducks
were
and so
hyping it
yeah.
up, and he said that Sony said it was going to kill PC graphics outright. So Seamus Blackley said that's impossible because PC graphics is constantly evolving. Like
Yeah.
every 6 months, there's a new graphics card. And
Mm-hmm.
so he threw together off the shelf parts to prove that a console can be more powerful than this bullshit PlayStation 2 marketing thing, the Emotion Engine. So the way to sell it was to get, hey, they're going to put Linux in every home with the PlayStation 2. We got to get Windows in every home. But his primary focus was as a games console. He was a game creator.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about pushing an OS. It was about pushing a console. And I just personally think that's where Microsoft's really missed the boat. They're focused, and maybe it's because they're a much bigger company than Sony, and they have these
Yeah, yeah,
products.
yeah.
These products have to skew to larger audiences.
Mm-hmm.
But the console industry maybe is the only industry, like everybody has a smartphone, everybody's about downloading music, taking it everywhere. But for some reason, console gamers, they just want a box that plays great content that they can put a disc in and play. They don't care about operating systems. They don't care about how great a dashboard is. They
Mm-hmm.
don't care about how many people you can have in a party chat versus having them and maybe 2 friends. All of these things pale in comparison to when you look at a game like Horizon and you look at Sea of Thieves on the Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
have to have content. You
okay,
have to.
but
And listen, they agree with me because they bought 5 studios.
okay.
They didn't buy them for no reason.
Well, here's and again, right? And this is my. I always get this analogy where with this Microsoft and where I had to step back and say, hey, because it felt at this point. Don't get me wrong. We all root for these favorite consoles like their favorite sports
This is
team.
beyond having a favorite console. It's
But
about
it came to a point where I feel like worrying. Well, just me personally, that I want them to win more than they want to win themselves. You understand what I'm
I, I,
saying?
I here's the thing. You see winning differently than they do.
Absolutely,
And the reason
absolutely.
you see it differently is because you are a console gamer.
Yes,
Just like me, just like everybody else that's complaining. You're a console guy. You know what a console is and what it's supposed to give you because you bought every console since they
yes.
came out. And Microsoft has not done that this generation.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't. They want you to be. It's the same thing when all of a sudden Xbox and Windows got tied together. Did you notice on Twitter how everybody changed their handle from Xbox
Yeah.
gamer to Xbox/Windows gamer? Now
Yes.
all of a sudden we're all fans of Windows.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be a cheerleader.
Yeah. But
All they have to do is create great games for a certain segment that buys their box. That's it. It's not difficult. It's not hard.
yeah. And like I said, I just go back the thing I get from Microsoft, but this to them, like I said, it's about you know I play this. When you look at to me, when I look at Sony and when I look at Nintendo, they want to stomp out the competition. Win right. And whereas Microsoft, I see them as that they don't really care about winning, long as their name is on the trophy and they can hand it to the winner at the end of the race. That's really what I get from them.
You know what it is Microsoft wants to be like if you have a football jersey, right?
Yeah.
You got your favorite team on the front, right? Their
Mhm.
logo. It's all flashy, right?
Mhm.
Big colors, everything. You go into the store, you see that team, you walk over to it, the colors, the banner, you buy it, right?
Mhm.
Now, if you look on the inside of every football jersey, every single one, every team, that little tag inside that tells you who makes the thread,
Mhm.
it's the same company. Microsoft wants to be that company that supplies the thread. They don't want to be the flashy emblem on the front that everybody goes and buys.
Mhm.
They just want to be the guy behind. Like I said, they want to make the best table for all the artists to sit at. But so far, they haven't created anything to sit at the table. They've got the best table. It's called the Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
But who's going to sit at the table with the artists?
Yeah.
Because they haven't created anything. They haven't created anything that makes anybody stand up and say, "Holy shit, look at that."
Yeah.
Like whether or not you love or hate those games, Horizon, right?
Yeah.
When you saw that, I said, "Is that running on a PlayStation 4 Slim?
Exactly.
Is
Exactly.
Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah.
running on a PlayStation 4 Slim? Did you
Yeah.
see The Last of Us 2?
Yeah.
How is that? This is what people do in the console space. The reason I know that is because I'm one of them. I bought everything from the Odyssey to the Atari to the Intellivision to the ColecoVision to the TurboGrafx 16 to the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation. Everything's been the same. The reason why I stand up and say, "Holy shit, look at that," is because the artist creates something great. And when your first party does that, first party shows off your system better than anybody can.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do, right? Because that's what they've done every single generation with every single console. Microsoft has not done that this generation. They haven't really created an IP that's going to carry forward to the next console. What, State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves?
Okay. All right.
Not I mean if they're your kind of games, that's fine. To me, those aren't games that make me run out and buy a console.
Okay. But that's when again. This is when I ask, but like I said, tend to ask a question people's integrity, right? Have Xbox guys set their standards so low? You
I
know what I
think that
mean?
you're just people are just listen. Everybody knows if you know me, I love Apple, right?
Yeah.
I'm not so I'm not so dumb that I can't see a lot of the issues that Apple has.
Yeah.
If you asked me what they were, I would tell you. The problem is everybody's turned into a cheerleader. And it's about getting hits, it's about getting subs, it's about getting followers, and it's about what executive likes you, that plays with you, who talks to you, who's more important. I'm a gamer. I'm going to buy a system because it's got great content on it. Now, great content is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody could say I'm buying the next Xbox for the next Sea of Thieves. That's great.
Yeah.
But when you take me and that person out of the picture and you look at the larger world, people are going to gravitate towards the PlayStation 5 for the sequels to these big IPs that they created.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to gravitate in large numbers towards the next Xbox for the sequel to Sea of Thieves. A
Mm-hmm.
few people will, but if Sony launches with, Horizon 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many people are going to buy that console?
Yeah. Day
A
one.
lot. A lot. And it's not a third party that drives the sales, it's first party.
Okay. Now you said a lot. You said a mouthful. So how do we rectify this? Now we're going to see into Scarlet. You're going from here
Well,
to there.
Microsoft has started to rectify it by buying studios,
Okay.
but it's going to take a while to create good content. And is Microsoft going to allow them to create great content? Or are they going to make them create these games that fit their narrative of what they want as games as a service?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What the hell are you doing? Taking
No,
a
no, no,
shit?
no, 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 no. I'm just thinking, games as a service. I hate to be fair. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. You know what I mean? As long as you
Right.
got games like Fortnite, Overwatch, and they're doing it billions of dollars. What I mean by games as a service, games people are going to keep going back, continue to spend, 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 spend.
Right.
That's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? The games like,
But you can
uh,
get all those games on a PlayStation.
you can.
You think
My,
it's a
my, my, my,
coincidence?
my, here's my question, right? Here's my question. If just going by Microsoft's track record, they haven't been the best when it comes to developers, right?
Right.
Lionhead, um, Bungie, whoever else. I forgot the name of the company that did Max Curse of the Brotherhood. They haven't been the best.
Play is it a place? Oh, God, I can't remember the name either.
Not Playground Game. They own Playground.
No, no, place. Yeah.
I forgot the name of the studio, but they haven't been. But what he said about the crack and about people don't suppose. Oh, it's what they. Yeah. So
I know
anyway,
what you mean.
they haven't had the best track record,
Right.
right?
Right.
And or letting develop, because I also said this back then. You know what I mean? Because since I've been doing this, to be fair, I've met a few people that know some people that know some people, right? Um, and saying that, and what was actually was told to me, hey Zaire, I didn't go to school to put myself $100,000 in debt just to make card games going around
The
the track.
Forza dog. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now let's think
Right.
about this, right? In hindsight, it's 2020, right?
Right.
They do own playground games, and
Right.
their next game that they're making is going to be an open world RPG
But
type
but
game.
but listen, listen,
Uh-huh.
listen. What that person told you plays into my point about
Mm-hmm.
companies that own first party. They want those games to be exclusive, yes, because they make money.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that work for them want to create art.
Yeah.
The guy didn't go to school to make cars go around a track for his whole career, right?
Yeah.
The reason why he said that to you is because he wants to create great art.
Yes.
And the parent company that owns him should want to do that too. So, like when I heard that, do you remember when they were talking about Rare and they said the shackles are off Rare?
Yes.
They can create anything now. Now and I was all
Yes.
excited. And do you think it's a coincidence that the shackles are taking off of Rare and they just so happen to create a game as a service to match up to what Microsoft wanted to do with games as a service? After all of these years, the shackles were taken off and they created Sea of Thieves. You don't think Microsoft had anything at all to do with that? I
Um.
think they did. Of course they
Yeah.
did.
I mean,
And I
yeah.
hope they don't do that with these 5 developers,
Now,
especially Ninja Theory.
yeah, well, according to them, they said that they wanted their how you say, one of the caveat for them being acquired, they want to keep their creative freedom. You know what I mean? Uh,
Okay, but their creative freedom just so happened to match up with Microsoft's vision of a game that pushes people into an online service and a streaming service. It just so happened to line up right at that moment. It wasn't.
Here,
It's a
hey, listen,
coincidence,
I'm gonna be this right. I don't care as long as the game is good. Good game is
but
a
it's
good game.
not right.
Hey, look,
You're right. You're right. You're right.
whether it's a game for service, I don't.
Right.
Well, even I'll give you an example. Forza Horizon 4. Well, this
Right.
game was something you're gonna. I will be fine with just with the content that comes
Great.
with it. Great
Great game,
game,
and
and
it's a
I don't
game as
have
a
to buy
service.
anything
Right.
else to go along with if I choose to. I'm
Right.
cool with that. I'm not some. I am cool with that, right?
Hmm.
But again, and oh man, I have to say this right. Even coming
So
down to what you say, talent, and with Sony, and again, what they're allow the developers to do or what they will do. And again, when we saw The Last of Us 2, you made a good point. I was thinking we had arguments on BGST. What am I arguing? Oh, so that got to be Sony showing the PlayStation 5. No way in hell that's the PlayStation 4.
no. See, this is
So,
why this whole idea
yeah,
of power.
yeah,
You can have the best table. You can have the best table for all of these artists when they get together to sit at. The Scorpio is the 1X is the best table to sit at, and all these artists, Naughty Dog, Insomnia, they're all sitting at this table because they created great art. Microsoft that made the table, they have nobody to sit at the table.
yeah.
You have to create content. They've got to create great great games. And this idea that single player one and done games aren't the future, we're in the future, and these games are selling very well.
Yeah, they are.
There's new game plus modes that expand these games. Spider-Man is a single player game. You don't think that game is going to last a long time with the exploration, with the DLC, just like the Batman Arkham series. Those games were fantastic. You can go back into them. You can unlock things.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to limit yourself to this idea that you have to have games that push 4 to 10 people into a party chat and then one of those 10 people into a streaming service, a la Mixer. If that's your thinking, make a game to go to party chat, to go to Mixer. If that's your thinking, when it comes to first party, what you're going to get is Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2 from all these 5 studios.
I hope not. I mean, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit kind of spooky, man. I'm sitting this motherfucker. I done spent a lot of money with these motherfuckers, dog, over the years.
I have I bought I think I bought 2, I bought 3 S's, I bought 2 X's.
Yeah, I done spent a lot of money, man. And again, let me say this, and this
every goddamn controller that came out.
Yeah, and this goes for even the most diehard Sony guys. You should want Microsoft, just for fuckers as being gamers, to go out there and deliver and come out that motherfucker and fire on all cylinders, because A, it's another great game within the industry that we all get to enjoy, but that doesn't put the fire and the pressure on Sony ass for them to go out there and compete. You know what I mean?
But you know what's funny though? Microsoft isn't putting that pressure on Sony, and Sony's still delivering. But Sony's still delivering these games.
They're not.
Sony's still delivering these games.
Yeah, they're not.
They're gonna end the generation with Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us 2. That's how they're gonna end this generation.
Okay. This is something.
So you don't think? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Now that you've seen what Sony does throughout the generation, starting off really, really slowly, and ramping up and creating great content, aren't you gonna get a PlayStation 5?
For sure.
And so is everybody else that went from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 2 to the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4. They went there for the same reasons. That's what Microsoft's missing. They used to have it. They used to have that. When Halo was fresh, when Gears was fresh.
Yes.
The reason why these 3 IPs are so tired is because nothing else has been created to take the pressure off of them, to carry this system. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You could take a long break from Gears if you create a brand new, fresh IP that takes people by storm.
And again, Sea of Thieves wasn't that answer's way. State of Decay wasn't that answer's way. Lucky
I don't think they were. I don't think that they were at all.
No,
I know people
no.
like them. Some people like them. Some people don't. You keep hearing about 5 million players here, 5 million players there.
Who with a straight face?
You can name a few people. I don't know. I've been.
No, I can't name shit. I'm questioning their integrity. No, I can't. I can't. Listen. Trust. Listen. At least you have the complexion for the right connection. They threatened to render my black ass unconscious in front of my wife and child because I said the Kraken was lacking. You know what I mean?
The Kraken's gone now, right?
Yeah. What you say?
The Kraken retired, right? They
didn't got rid of the Kraken. They didn't deleted the goddamn Kraken now. But you know what I mean? But like I said, just moving forward, like I said, the PlayStation 5. And I asked something again, shout out to Rand, something that I asked Rand. I don't see how Microsoft, again, can end this generation on such a low note.
What are you going to buy if you just came into this generation for the first time?
Yeah.
Right? You got both systems.
Yeah.
What reason do you have to go out and buy an next Xbox?
I don't.
Game-wise. Don't tell me party chat or...
No. To be listen. All right,
or you like the controller. Or,
here's the thing, right? That those used to be my arguments where I'm just the ecosystem. My friends are there. I prefer the controller. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying those are bad reasons.
No. But I'm just being real.
But at the end, wait, hold on. But at the end of the day, those are good reasons. But it's also a video game console, and you're also buying it presumably because you like video games, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why are you going to buy another Xbox versus what you've seen from the PlayStation this generation from their first party? That's why Microsoft bought these studios. If you think I'm wrong, then Microsoft wouldn't have bought these studios. They recognize the issue too. It's taken them 3 generations.
Here's the question. Do they really? Because again, if you recognize this problem, how do you let's be clear this, right? At the start of this generation, this is what I'm saying, Warren. At the start of this generation, you had one of the motherfuckers was out there selling lampshades to keep the light on. You know how fucking hard it is to sell a lampshade in 2018? Literally. You had one motherfuckers out there selling 2 used chopsticks to keep the goddamn lights on. And then you have another motherfucker out there eating caviar. the roles, and I also said, back when we were all doing BTST, then I said it. How is Sony out there out hustling you? Be the behemoth you are. They're still doing third party deals, Steam consoles, this, that, and the other, right? Look, I'll give you an example. Microsoft just more or less got announced that they got a hold on, I'll get you in the super check 1 second. That they got the deal with NBA 2K, which is a huge game. 2K is bigger than Madden. You know what I mean? Which they have the marketing rights. Where the fuck is your 2K themed console at? You understand what I'm saying? To me, that's a no brainer. You know what I mean?
Look, Nintendo is in the console space.
Mm.
Sony is in the console space. Microsoft is in the Google, Apple, Silicon Valley space, and the Xbox is one small part of Microsoft. They're not looking at just this particular segment. That's the problem. Because if they were, they'd recognize that console gamers are not PC gamers. PC gamers are not console gamers. You need content for both, and the content for both is not the same. It's different.
Okay.
Which is why you have some games on the PC that are exclusive that don't come to the Xbox.
Which is great. Listen.
But for some reason, there are games on the Xbox that all have to go to the PC.
You know,
so if they know that there are certain games that stay on the PC, then why don't they know that there are certain games that should stay on the console?
Hold on. Carlos Crespin, I asked that question. Phil he said the answer to my question on that one. Carlos Crespin, he said PS4 exclusives offer immersive experience that no mediocre 200-hour Microsoft multiplayer game can duplicate. Not everyone wants to grind. PS4 offers an immersive experience that no.
Well, I mean, he's probably talking about like when Rare said, you have to make your own story. Like that's not the kind of game that action adventure people go towards. They want a game that tells a story, that takes them on a journey.
I've enjoyed that more.
Right, and then you can expand upon that, like they're doing with God of War next month. They're releasing the new game plus mode, which means you can start the game over again with everything that you leveled up, and then unlock even more areas. There's a way to make single player games almost like games as a service as well. It's just that they just don't have that mentality. Well, you can say Sony doesn't have that mentality too, and all they're doing is the single player games as a service too. But listen, the reason why they're doing well is because this console space gravitates towards those games. You have to have
those games that have been done well. Like this.
They're done very well. Okay, Sony relies on third party for the games as a service.
Yeah.
All the games as a service that are third party are much bigger than anything Microsoft has done or will ever do.
Yeah.
So if you have those on your box, why not let your artists create things that look amazing? Why not?
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, we're not gonna keep you too much longer, but next generation, you say 2020, right?
Right.
At a minimum, 2020, new hardware.
Isn't the 25th anniversary of PlayStation 2020?
Now, I'm talking about no. Yeah, it will be 2019. I think it's 2019 for them.
Okay.
20. I think it's 20. I don't know. I think it's 28. I think because I think the PlayStation one came out in 94, 95, 94.
Yeah, I think they'll announce something on the 25th anniversary, and then I think they'll release it 2020.
Yeah, but okay, which is cool. You know what I mean? You say 2020 new consoles. Saying again, let's go back. What these developers are working on that Microsoft acquired. And again, I just want to say, I'm just Debbie Downer. I think this is dope that they went out there, and I also think they may have bought Obsidian, may have also acquired them.
Who did that?
Microsoft.
They may have acquired Obsidian?
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, obviously, if they're recognizing the issue, right? They bought 5. They buy Obsidian. That would be great. Didn't Obsidian do Knights of the Republic too?
Mm-hmm. What did you say? They won who? What did you say?
Didn't they do Knights of the Old Republic too?
Oh, yeah. They made a couple of the games. Oh, you know what I mean? But they was also rumored to be working on some massively online games from Microsoft that got pulled at the last minute. Very talented team though, with the how you say, with the weight or the force of Microsoft behind them, they're gonna go out there and create some gems. So I guess I'm really excited to see what Ninja Theory does, or even they knew the initiative, what they go out there and create.
Do you know? Does Ninja Theory own the rights to Heavenly Sword, or
no,
does Sony?
It's Microsoft's. And it's Sony's game, yeah.
Oh, because that would be an amazing franchise to start over.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I was telling somebody the other day that Heavenly Sword gave God of War 3 a run for his money. That was an ill
Yeah,
game. That was an
yeah,
ill
that
goddamn
would be
game.
Microsoft's God of War, Goddess of War, right?
Yeah. That was it. Hold on. Harry Helene said Xbox have to celebrate right now that Fallout series have become an online game with without no NPC interaction narrative to pull you into that world. I never really been into the Fallout thing. How about you? You?
He's saying that Fallout doesn't have any narrative.
He says the Xbox have to celebrate right now that the Fallout series has become an online game without no NPC interaction and narrative to pull you into that world.
I would say no. I think Fallout is an RPG, and there's lots of narrative interaction with non-playable characters. It's talking
I,
about Fallout 4,
I,
the RPG.
but they got that new Fallout 76 coming out.
Oh, that's not an RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG, but it's online.
Oh, it's online only, like Elder
I
Scrolls
don't know if it's
Online.
online only, but it's supposed to be like a massively online type game. I just never got into the whole Fallout thing. I'm not a big fan of Bethesda.
Look, in my opinion is if you're a fan and you think that single-player games aren't the future, or that you should have a system with just online games for your friends, that system is always going to be in second or third place, always, because third party is going to supply that, and it's always going to be better, a la Fortnite versus PUBG.
Mm.
So all that's left for your company to do is shine, show why your system is better. Look, you can throw all. Here's the perfect example. I have an Xbox One X upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a 4K TV, 70 inches upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
When I turn on my PlayStation 4 Pro and I play God of War,
Yes.
it's 10 times better than anything on the X.
Yeah.
Graphically, I'm not talking about resolution. I'm talking about polygon effects. I'm talking about all that stuff
Yeah.
that great developers do.
Mm-hmm.
And usually first party does that. Microsoft has not done that.
Yeah. And then I think I know that was one of the biggest problems with the X. That here it is again. You got the more powerful console, more expensive console, but exclusively games look better graphically on the weaker $400 console.
But let's compare the hype for Spider-Man to God of War, and both games are on one system. I mean, that's not the dumbest thing you ever heard
You
of.
know what? And again, which I think, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? The fact that again that and people say, well, this is what I don't understand. What I do understand when they say, well, this we've had Spider-Man games in the past. Calm down. When have we ever had a Spider-Man game that that's been up for talk to maybe game of the goddamn year, or they
The
make three?
only people saying that, do I have to tell you? You know why people are saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have that kind of game on their system. That's why they're saying it.
Yeah.
Insomniac doesn't make bad games.
Yeah.
They don't. You don't demo a game this early and give it out to every publisher. I mean, every site to demo, to play
Yeah.
this early when you are not supremely confident in the game.
Yeah.
And I've seen people play this game. Does this game look bad to you?
No, it actually looks better. The more and more that I see of the game, gets me excited.
Yes. And just exploring the city,
Yeah.
the collectibles, everything involved in it, and then the story that they're going to pay attention to. They're going to do justice to the video game character, to the superhero.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who aren't excited for this are people who don't have a PlayStation or upset that there's nothing really like it on the Xbox. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why Microsoft, it took them this long to figure out we've got to go out and buy studios. They have to work for us. They have to want to create art. They have to want to create great things.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja Theory to me is one of the biggest pickups.
Yeah, that was huge. That came out like left field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
I'm
was.
surprised Sony didn't scoop them up. I'm really
Well,
surprised.
Sony things they, hey, they look at it like we ain't got to, we the top dog. We ain't got to buy 'em. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna come rock out with us anyway. You know what I mean? But again, they did. Which, to be honest with you, Sony has a lot of fucking first party studios. Well, like they got Sony Santa Monica, which
They have enough.
Yeah,
They have enough to create.
here's the thing. This one's so much goddamn like this. I'm gonna say this because last time I say. To me, right now, Sony is the new Nintendo. What I mean by far as that, as far as the exclusive IPs,
The mature Nintendo.
yeah, you know what I mean. What Nintendo, I mean, as far as their mature IPs and coming out with these iconic exclusives. You know what I mean?
Right,
They
right.
but again, I understand the God of War. I'm a huge God of War fan, and I could then think nothing can get better in 3. The way that they
Yeah,
did with 3, I mean, with this last God of War.
but that's the thing. That's the thing. Taking an old character in an old franchise and completely reinventing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's Could you ever see Microsoft doing that with Halo or with Gears of
They
War?
need to though. They need to do something. They
Exactly,
need to.
exactly. They need to. They
Yeah,
need
they
to
need to.
freshen up the old, and they need to create new.
Yeah, they need to. They need to. You know what I mean? For or again, like you were saying, like each of me to consider or to have a successful generation, you need one new IP, and they didn't come up with
At
one.
least one.
That's I know we got new IPs, but we're not guaranteed to get a sequel that's on the level of a Gears of Forza and Halo. Sony delivered with Horizon. They did deliver. They're gonna deliver with because it was Spider Man. I'm not sure they're
And
going
then
to
Ghost
deliver
of
with.
Tsushima.
You know, we haven't played those games yet. They tend to deliver with Splatoon, something
They're gonna
new.
deliver. They're gonna deliver with Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm just saying I haven't played it yet, but I know that
Right.
Spider Man is gonna. You know what I mean.
Exactly.
You know what I
And
mean.
imagine after seeing what they've created this
Horizon.
generation, what they create next generation.
Yeah. That's just like.
That's the kind of excitement that you need
Yeah.
going forward.
Yeah, it's huge, 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 huge. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait, man. But listen, so boy, what's up? You making your comeback on the scene as far as YouTube? Or are you gonna be MIA in for another 19 months, man? Talk to me.
I think I think I'm going to be trouble because I got 3 subscribers already.
He said these black dudes. He's gonna be in trouble because he's rocking out with these black dudes. All right, you know what I mean. But like I said, Wednesday. I do the Expand Your Mind podcast. You know what I mean?
Does everybody smoke pot before that? Or?
Yeah, well, I'll be this motherfucker Adderall, little oxycontin. Um, warriors are UFO buff such as myself. Crap doesn't believe in that shit. There, you think we're crazy? Like Crap's
Well,
crazy.
I wouldn't put. Yeah, that's okay. Whatever he doesn't believe in is probably the truth.
Megaton UFO. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said,
He's still doing those titles, Megaton, and
he is my brother, man. My
nobody saw this
brother.
coming. Nobody saw this coming.
Yeah. Whoa. He said nobody saw this coming. He shot the
Hey, if
fuck
it
out.
works, right? If it works, it
But
works.
also, so you're done off Twitter. You're not getting back on Twitter. That's it. You're done with Twitter.
No, I'm done with social media. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Hey,
done
War,
with
you
it.
say this shit every year. You be back with another.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Believe me, I'm done.
Hey, War, you say that shit all the time, man. God damn, man. So
Trust me, I'm
what
done,
War
I'm
got
done.
caught in somebody's DMs, man. What's going on? We gonna find this shit.
No, I'm good. I'm
Slotting in the DMs. But like I said, man, Warrior, thank you for swinging by. We've been talking about doing something together for a while. Don't be no stranger, man. You know what I mean? I ain't got no job. I'm always here, man. We can rock out and make something happen. I'm gonna leave the Warrior. Actually, I'm gonna make you an admin so you can leave the link to your channel. Hey, Warrior, type something in the chat for me if you can, so I can admin your channel. So
You want me to type something in the chat?
Yeah. So I can so you can leave your chat.
Should I put your grandmother's got a fat ass?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work.
Let me pause that right there. Go down into the comments.
Yeah, just type something so I can add me so you can leave a link to your channel. New reply. Live chat reply.
He's got a fat.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, I'm on the wrong damn video. Okay, we go. You type something now.
You really got to stop taking some Adderall before these podcasts.
Oh wait, I don't see you, Warrior. I don't see your shit. You type something in there?
Yeah, I typed something in there.
I'm talking about inside the chat, the video, the YouTube chat.
I'm in the YouTube chat. I'm watching your stream right now with me in it, and I just sent a comment.
I see Rex. I see Chili Dog. I see D Almighty. Type something again. Say, hey, yo, a whole bunch of letters. I don't see Worry.
Good evening, good afternoon. That's how you started it, right?
No. We're still live on air. You on the wrong video, bro.
Oh, where the hell you want me to go?
Yeah.
This should be entertaining for people listening.
Yeah, you on the wrong damn video. I know I ain't bugging. I knew I was a hell of a father.
What the hell video I'm gonna go to then? What other video are you
doing? We don't have to. That's the old stream.
God damn it!
You don't have to restart the video. I mean, restart the stream. That's the one. That's the one we live on there.
All right. So I'm looking for part 2, right?
Yeah. Here you go. There you go. That's it right there.
Okay, I see it live.
Yeah, click that.
All right.
Now you type something. Now I can see.
Your granny's got a fat.
There you go. You type something in, then I can see. Then I can fucking.
All right, now you got it, right? Just popped up.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Now you can leave the link to your channel. This is Warrior.
Channel.
Yeah, people can follow you, bro. Go to your channel. I mean, add moderator. You can leave links and stuff.
I don't even know the link to my channel. God damn it.
Whatever. But anyway, this is the Warrior. You see what the Warrior Check him out here. I think he has about 2 videos up right now. 2 videos deep.
Listen, my channel is very. There's only 3 people allowed to subscribe to me. It's very exclusive.
Yo, he has a Patreon. If you want to subscribe to the channel, grand opening and grand closing.
All my content is free.
Yeah, for real.
My dog shit is free.
Last before we go, Warrior, your game of the year that you're most looking for to play this holiday
Sea of Thieves.
Fuck you. That you can't wait to play this holiday season. Is it Red Dead Redemption 2? Is it
No.
Spider-Man? Is it Assassin's Creed? Is
Right
it Destiny?
now it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Right now it's Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of Red Dead.
No?
No, I wasn't a big fan.
I wasn't either. That's what I was going to try to you online. I'm not a big fan of Grand Theft Auto.
I'm ready for Spider-Man. I'm ready for Spider-Man.
You know, I'm looking at, you see in the background, just him swinging through the city and doing these flips.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that for 4 hours and just love that shit.
Look at this,
right.
Yeah, look, yeah, my God.
I'm ready for that.
I just knew I was a hell of a father. And with that, I love my father. Hey, yo, but listen, thank you guys for rocking out with the show, the Spur in the Moment, man. And share the video. If you get to subscribe, please do so. And Warrior, thank you, man, for swinging by, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Appreciate it, man. We got it.
Take care,
bang, bacon grease. Bacon. All right, now Warrior's off the air. He's left here. Let's talk about him behind his back. Warrior's a piece of shit. Now we out here. Thank you all for rocking out, man. And what we playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What are we playing tonight? Listen to, if you didn't check out the Expand Your Mind podcast, I'm gonna give you the link right here. We did that last night. The Expand Your Mind. Let me copy it.
Whether you're Christian,
that's what we talking about. Actually, we talked about last night. We talked about the UFOs. We talked about giants. We talked about what else we talked about? Are we still in the air? Yeah, we on the air. I'm on the wrong damn video. That's why. Here's the link right here. That's the video. That's the link to the video we did last night. That's the actual video to the Expand Your Mind podcast. Check it out. Now, I'll be back later on tonight about 8 o'clock. We'll be doing the multiplayer podcast. I'm trying to get together some bots or whatever for that. But thank you all for rocking out with me and your boy Next Gen 720. Harry Helene, Rex Killzone, Trizzle. We got D-Side Winner's Circle. Xbox Juice, my brother Juice. What's up, Juice? Septic Meatball, Hailstorm Beats, Games Like Timonico Dolls. What's good, baby? D.I. Almighty. Who we got here? Spectre Status. Chili Dog, Chili Hog. What's up, baby? Who else we got? Duke. Paul G. What's up? Trimmel. Trunks. Twisted Sin. Trimmel. Yeah, who else I got? Spectre RX R1 RXO. What's good, baby? Who else I got? Aaron Johnson. Weirdo. Where you weirdo? Danny Stab. What's up? I think I got everybody that I see so far, man. Iron Fist, White Sky, Harry Helene G Jr. SS9 Slob Planet. Who else? I think I got Bad Harambe, Carlos Crespin. I think I got everybody. Trusted Judah. Shout out to you, Trizzle. Jim the 81. What's what? I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Blackbeard, Daniel JB, Frederick Quiddick, Fake Crap Gamer. What's up? Overdone. I think that's it. I think I got everybody now. John Felicio, Jimmy Akewood. I think that's it. I think I got everybody. But anyway, thank you all for rocking out. It's your boy Next Gen.